Hello all. Well, sorry it's been a while since I vlogged, but I had to get my hair cut, so, got to look my best. Anyways, I wanted to talk about coaching and what is really effective coaching, how you would be an effective coach in the business world. And one of the things is in business, we're always trying to be better, more efficient. There's generally a number that we're always looking for and to make it better, make the time less, make the number higher. And that's where leaders and generally managers have an opportunity to develop their people through coaching. But it's not enough just to coach. Hey, you know what? You need to fix this number, get better. It doesn't work. That's an old school thought pattern. I told you what to do, now just get it done. And so the way I see the cycle is in 4 quadrants, which is, you talk to what the number was, which is past tense. You can't fix that anymore. It's already done. And so you take that information and, you're looking at probably what is at X level, which might not be to standards or the goal. And then you plan certain actions or behaviors to fix that, not just make that number higher. So you discuss what the action plan is with the associate or the employee and what they're going to do to increase that number. From there, you need to follow up, and it's one of the ones that's missed most with coaching is you talk about what to do and how to do it, and then the number either gets better or gets worse or stays the same. And often it's because you missed the follow-up. So I recommend that after, even the same day, if there's practice to be had, follow up right away. Maybe it's a day or two later, maybe it's a week later, but set a follow-up date. And just acknowledge it. They're doing the actions that you set out for them, or they're not. Maybe they're not quite there yet. You move from there. You just acknowledge it. Then you have a midway point, which is usually about 2 weeks. And that is, again, where you want to talk to the numbers. And, in the business world, a lot of the times that is in your mid-month. And the month isn't over yet. So there's still opportunity to adjust that number. And so that is hey, here's where you're at. Here's our level set. You can reflect back to that midway point that you've already had, looking at those behaviors and seeing if they're actually doing them, and course correct again, or acknowledge that they are doing it. Again, you set some goals. If they aren't there yet, make sure that they're focused on the right behaviors. Maybe there's some critique, some fine tuning. Maybe they're not doing it at all. And that could be another problem, but it is what it is. Then again, you set up another follow-up date. Usually, could be again a couple days from now, their next shift, but always follow up. And then you get to that follow-up date, and again, you observe, see if they're doing it. If they are, maybe the results aren't there. And then you're back to square one, where you finish the month off and you talk to the success or the opportunity. And so, things to remember is that behaviors are proven to take time. Your mind will do what's most comfortable out of default, and so you can't flip and flop. If something isn't fixed, the result isn't fixed. Generally, the behavior isn't fixed yet, and that behavior you need to be patient with. You need to give your people time to change what they've always done, and you can't expect it to be done overnight. Now, I'll reflect to coaches, in the sports world to validate that same process. So let's think of, really any sport. You're always playing to win. That's what sports are. You have a winner, you have a loser, and every athlete is built to try to be the best. And so you think about that. Coach says, you're doing well. Let's say it's a runner, and they've got X amount of time, and now someone new has come out and they're faster than them. Well, they don't just say get faster, be faster. They go back to the behaviors, and maybe it's diet, maybe it's workout plan, maybe it's how often they're running or going to the gym. Whatever the case may be, the coach will identify what that opportunity is in the behavior, in their habits, and they'll build them a new plan or a different plan or an augmented plan. And why? To make them faster, to beat the next guy. And the same goes with coaching people in the business world. You're not necessarily going up against another person, maybe you are, but generally you're going after a number, which is the exact same thing as any pro athlete. So I think it's really good to look at that. If coach is coaching their runner to be, they have to cut off a minute of their time, that doesn't happen overnight. It's proven it takes time. And so give yourself some time. If they don't change overnight, that's okay. That's, it's a work in progress. Give your people some time, but hold them accountable to those behaviors. And as I've said before, behaviors move numbers, and that's really the key, is to hold on to that and stop chasing after numbers, and coach effectively. Hope you liked it, this vlog, and subscribe. There's more to come, I promise.